Good morning, it's Michelle with She Wears the Senses, and I'm going to conduct an eyeshadow tutorial today. I'm wearing some plum colors, so I thought I would do kind of a purple and pink eye look. And to begin that, I'm going to start with Sandstone Pearl as my base, just taking a kind of flat brush. This is the Real Techniques base shadow brush, and I will dot the Sandstone Pearl all over my lid. This gives you a nice, clean, bright foundation without giving too much color. But because it does have some lightness to it, it will give some vibrancy to the actual shadow colors that you apply. So it's very easy. Just put a few dots on, blend it in. And I'm more blotting than I am blending, just to spread the color around. Now, to create some depth in the corner, I'm going to use a very small amount of Onyx and dot literally a teeny tiny dot. You can see I put very little there. And then I'm going to blend like crazy. And what this does is help create some depth in your crease and give some shape to your eyes. By using a very small amount, you're not actually going to show the black that the Onyx brings, but rather just use it as the shadowing to help increase the intensity of your crease. Okay, you can see I used a very small amount. And now I'm going to start with my first color, which is Amethyst. It's an absolutely beautiful, subtle purple color. Right now I'm using the shading brush from Real Techniques, which is perfect because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Also going to take a very small amount, put it right on the corner of my eye, similar to where I placed the Onyx, but going in a little bit more because we do want to show more of this color. And not going to blend this quite as well as I did with the Onyx, but I want to make sure that it's distributed all over my eye. I used smoked topaz to fill in my brows. I have an angled brush that works very nicely to do that. And there we go. Now, I'm going to let that dry for a brief moment and explain the technique that I'm going to use to help bring the color to the pink that I'm going to use. When you're using shimmers, if you want the shimmer to pop, what you should first do is use a very light color, so a white or in this case I'm using a whisper pink, and just put that down as the base. Allow it to dry and then you'll build up the shimmer over it. So I'm going to do that with Whisper Pink, which is a very white pink. Similarly, very small dot. I'll also use it as my highlight. I want to blend it very well. You don't want any sort of white streaks. You can even go back over with your foundation or the Sandstone Pearl again. So you'll see that I'm just blending this here, really patting it. And what this will do is create a nice bright base for you to place your pink Opal Shimmer over it, and it will give it some shine. So right in the center, also very small amount. I've learned with ShadowSense you have to be very gentle, not use too much at all. A little goes a really, really long way. You saw with the Onyx, I used virtually none. If you really were to quantify it, it's the smallest dot just to get it present. So there you go. I'm actually going to give a little bit more because I want a little bit more shimmer. Just gently blend it. And with the shimmer, you blend it very little because you want that pop of color. And there we go. Now I'm going to use my angled brush and Onyx again for my liner. What I'll first do is touch the brush directly to the wand of color. I want to get a very small amount, and then just press it along your lash line. And I'll show you in a moment. I'm going to smooth it out, so it doesn't have to be perfect. You're really just getting it into place. And then I'm going to take the MAC 219 brush. It's a very tight bristled brush, and smooth out my liner so it's kind of a smoky effect. Nice smooth line. Oops. Gonna blend out that mistake I made right there. Okay. Perfect. And now going to use the MAC 219 again, take a very small amount of color from the wand and create some definition under my eyes. I don't like to have a very stark eyeliner line. I like it just to give it some definition. With my light coloring, I really do need liner on both the top and the bottom of my eyes, but I don't want it to be too intense, especially because this is a daytime look. And then finally, I'm going to use our Undersense and Lash Sense. Undersense is a lash thickening serum, and the Lash Sense is, of course, our mascara. So you start, the Undersense is gray, so you have to put color over it, and you apply it exactly like you apply mascara. Get it all over your lashes, and you want to apply the Lash Sense when the Undersense is still wet. The two will bond together and give you beautiful volume. These are waterproof, last all day, no flaking, no crumbles that get all over the place. You could go swimming if you wanted to. Oh look, I got some right there. And the nice thing is they wipe right off. So if you use our Foops, which is the face oops remover, they wipe off beautifully at the end of the day. You can also use micellar water or any waterproof eye makeup remover. And there you go. I will come back and do a second coat when this has had a chance to dry a little bit. So I'm going to turn to this eye now. On my the rest of my face, I used our Make Sense foundation in cream beige. First, I applied our Silk Pore Minimizer and primer. I allowed that to dry for a couple of minutes. Normally I would do my eyes next, but because I was doing this tutorial, I'm doing them last. Then I applied the foundation, and I used Mulberry ShadowSense as a contour line on my cheeks right in here. And then I used Pouty Pink and our new Pinkberry Blush Sense blended together on my cheeks. I've got Lexi Berry Lip Sense on my lips. As you can see, I'm going for a purple theme today. And then, as I mentioned, the Smoked Topaz for my brows. I'm just coming back in with a second coat. I like pretty bold lashes. As I mentioned, I have very fair complexion and almost clear eyebrows and clear lashes, so I do put quite a bit of makeup on to help give definition. And then I just take a small amount and gently touch my bottom lashes. I don't put much down on the bottom. And that's it. That's my eyeshadow tutorial. Please follow me on Instagram or join my group on Facebook, She Wears the Senses. I would love to communicate and share tips and tricks with you, and hopefully you can share some with us as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.